Hello, VOD. Today is a little different. My audio might be a little scuffed, so please let me know if the music is too loud. Of course, VOD, you're not going to hear the music. But off the rip, hello Annie Pendragon with a tier 1 sub, 13 months. That's over a year. Thank you, Annie. Hello. Luca with a prime sub. Hello. Simulator, Etchix, Keltonism, CW, GX Eclipse, Teo, Jester. Good morning, everyone. Here's my dink water. So I need you to tell me if the music is too loud. I'm using earbuds today. I wanted to experiment because I eventually think I want to invest in a pair of wireless earbuds for stream because I think the headphones are just kind of a chunky look. But anyway, let's worry about all that later. Today is a very simple premise. I want to automate some bee stuff. And so I have excavated a small amount of area. And of course, we went straight to bedrock as usual. I'm actually going to turn the music up a little bit, just a tiny bit. We're going to turn this into a bee area. Yeah, I did a little bit of off-stream mining. So there's a couple of things that have happened. One is that Mastiox has gotten blood magic online, and he has given me a bound pickaxe and bound shovel. And these things are great. Currently, they have 1,000,000 LP in their blood altar, which is a lot. And this here, I'll show you what this bound pickaxe can do. I guess. How would I want to do this? I think I need to get back to the main area. But you right click with it, and it excavates a gigantic area around you. And that's it. And then the shovel is similar. I need to deal with the lava later. But yeah, this is so much nicer than what was going on before. Like incredibly so. IEMs for the win. I have no clue. Actually, Teo, if you have ideas for an in-ear monitor that I can get, please let me know. Did you guys adjust the time frame between tiers? I feel like the time between Steam and LV is longer than MV to HV. Yeah, it depends on what's in the tier. Like MV is a pretty nothing tier. There's not really a lot in it. It's basically just like get into HV. So it depends on the amount of content. So this tier has a lot of stuff in it. So we'll be staying here for a while. All right. So I need a Silk Touch book because we're about to do some funny stuff. There are some really cool recipes with meteors. There's this one that I'm interested in. Most of these that we're going to do today are for building blocks. So I need to get an Et Futurum Requiem honey block, or a honeycomb, and that we can drop with a meteor ritual to get all of these blocks that I want. And then I was thinking that I could blend it with a nice gradient. And Et Futurum Requiem has added Blackstone in the game, but the only way to get it is through meteor rituals. So we're going to drop one of these and try to get some gilded Blackstone as well, because that'll create a nice, like a gradient between black to yellow, which I think will be pretty sick. One question I have for you guys is if you have any ideas about like one or two more intermediate blocks that have both black and yellow in them that I could use to transition from gilded blackstone to honeycomb blocks. That would be pretty cool. Other than that, I think let's just get our stuff and get started. So, amethyst cluster. I might need silk touch for that, but I have a couple of these lying around. This reminds me that I need to address a second part, which I don't have a silk touch pickaxe. So let's go fix that right now. I'm going to go to the witch farm and grab a silk touch book. You can use the shovel and the pick at the same time. Oh, are you saying like, oh my god. Ehawks with the raid of 15. Hello. How did your stream go today? Thank you for the raid. Is that the correct pronunciation of your name? Oh, maybe it's L. Yep, it is L. I'm gonna do this. Turn up the music a little bit. L, I see. Oh my gosh. Silk Touch. Do we have a Silk Touch book in here? Oh, okay. Power 4 would be fine. All right, let's see off the rip. Enchantment cost 119. That's actually very doable. We can do that. Most people just say, is it Hawks or Hacks? Hacks goes. Hacks goes. Well, welcome. Thank you for the raid. How did your stream go today? Soy's XP farm normally has a ton of like random flying XP, which like that's not good, but oh my gosh. Somebody get this man. Unfortunately, I can't. Oh wait, I can just magnet it here and then hit it with the good old, there you go. I realize that the PS command doesn't mention aspect. That's true. I need to do that. I need to fix that. How do I use this thing? Okay, here, and then let's go to spawn. And then let's head... Actually, let's head back to Tofu Corp because I think they have thaumium anvils, which I want. Void metal anvil. Oh man, that's way better. But I can't put Silk Touch on it, it seems. Uh-oh. Well, I guess we're gonna have to disenchant this bad boy. Is that what this is for? Spellbinding cloth? Shucks to the bound pickaxe with fortune, efficiency 50, fortune 80. You died as you lived. Pretty good. Plan some moon percent? Lovely. And then hello, Orange. How's it going? I'm just not wearing headphones today. I might have to ask Soy to put his teleporter back in the main area, because this is a... it's in a weird spot. Okay, then we're going here. Cool. Fortune and Silk Touch can't go together. I was hoping that I could keep the Fortune and override it with Silk Touch, and then occasionally just like disenchant the Silk Touch and then keep the Fortune. But yeah, I guess that makes sense. Ah! Oh, that's fine. No! Such a nice sound. Ah, sound designer for this? Absolutely cooked. Okay, and then the second thing we need to do is get some honeycomb by Et Futurum Requiem. So we can assemble beeswax into honeycomb. So let's get that out of the way. Got some of that here. And then we need to make a drying machine. I don't think I've ever made a drying machine before, or a dehydrator specifically. But they're actually pretty useful. I think they're used to make polyethylene. I swear there's like a polyethylene or like an ethylene recipe. Oh, ethanol to ethylene. This is a really weird recipe that you can do. If you have ethanol lying around, you can just turn it straight into ethylene through a dehydrator. So weird. You mentioned you wanted wireless earbuds. Is there a specific reason why? Because I think it would look better while streaming. I think currently the headphones are letting me down. They're like too chunky. They look a little unwieldy. Is there a way to get Singularity before UHV? Probably. Holy Vanity maxing? Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, that's the game, right? It is live streaming, so I need to make it look good. Do I make an HV dehydrator or do I just make an MV1? I think I'm gonna make an MV1 and call it a day. So 4 times copper cable, 1 MV robot arm. And then okay. Get headphones with built-in cat ears. If one of you buys me one, like drop ships it to me, I'll wear it for at least like 1 or 2 streams. I can't promise that I'll like them. Just started with GTNH, currently in early Steam age. I want to start building nice bases like yours, but I have no clue to where to start. Any tips? I think my honest tip is wait until you're in an age where you have creative flight and like even like an AE system is not that crazy. Like I guess you can start building nice early and you don't need to do anything crazy for that. Why is this here? Huh. Okay. Interesting. I don't know. Other than that, pick some building blocks that you like and stick to them. You know, I'm all about the deep slate this playthrough. I did Corp last playthrough. Just it kind of is what it is. Why is this circuit 16? There's definitely no conflicts. All right, we have a dehydrator though. That's nice. All right, let's get 3 honeycomb just for the love of the game. I did that for apples through ethanol to polyethylene. Yeah, when I did benzene, I had a lot of excess saplings, and then I would turn them into ethanol, and then from there, we would do that whole dehydrator thing. It's kind of fun. I'm kidding. You're terribly handsome, Nine. Thank you, Tangerine. I appreciate it. Headphones are a bit of a cute look, IMO. Thank you. I appreciate that. Do you have any tips for someone who wants to start bees in late IV with progressed magic? Okay. Frenzy frames. If you have blood magic, these are the best frames in the game. They, hands down, for mutation. They will guarantee a mutation pretty much no matter what. And then all they do is they take 1,000 blood per cycle, and that's it. They reduce the lifespan incredibly, so that way your bee breeding is like super fast. It's really good. It's really good. Ah, Cadis, hello. Got a gift for you in MetaDev. And then also Jester said, I liked your EBF Volcanis and MEBF sound rework. Thank you. Yeah, I've been doing some sound design for GTNH, and I've recently made some new additions. I have reworked the blast furnace, all the sound effects for that. Uh-oh. I don't see the oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This goose guy is building. Wow. Yeah, they're really doing it. Cool. Okay, well let's see if I can find their master ritual crystal. I might just have to inventory. Oh, wait. That's the weak activation crystal. Let's see if I can steal it directly from Mastiox's inventory. I see a bunch of backpacks. I kind of want to go rooting through them and see if I can find it. I should just be polite and ask, but he's offline, so I don't want to bother him. I'm doing some illegal snooping. Okay, nothing there. Goose, do you have the master activation crystal? I was wondering if I could drop some meteors today. Mastiox about it, and he gave me the green light. I think Mastiox is spying on me because he just joined the game. Mastiox, I would not have done anything mean with your items. If you're fine with being wired, then definitely get IEMs. If you want to use them while climbing, for example, get wireless. I'm thinking wireless. They have it by their meteor setup. I checked. I don't, but Mastiox does. I can probably make one. I assume his isn't lying around. Let's double check. Let's triple check. And Cadis, I'm gonna check after stream. I generally, yeah, I don't see the crystal here. Am I blind, chat room? Should I T-search it? Ah, okay, no. Oh, okay, so he was using it for the blood magic enchantress's ritual. I see. I was looking for the draconic place because this team is full of that. Never mind, it ghosted. Let's go check on their enchantress's ritual. I'm very curious. But you guys are about to see something pretty cool, which is a blood magic meteor drop from the sky in HV, nonetheless. This is pretty much as early as you can get them. And then this is the enchanting ritual that we can do some pretty janky stuff with. I'm excited. Mastiox, I think, has it. He just had it over by the enchantress ritual, so we're all good. Thank you, Kiln Boys. I gave Mastiox some Singularity coin. All right, so the way this works is we're gonna want to be fast for this because these meteors hurt. I guess I have Last Stand, but either way, we need some new armor soon. Actually, maybe that'll be something we do. So I'm gonna check the amount of blood that we have. We've got 1 million LP in the bottom left. This amethyst cluster meteor takes 234,000 LP. So we're good on that. That's good. What about the honeycomb meteor? That takes 800,050 LP. So that's like cutting it close. And then let's see, what do we have access to? We can do, wow, tier 3? Damn, we can get some crazy ores from this that we probably shouldn't have. That's pretty cool. Europa, damn. That's the limit. Okay. So the way this works, you have this Mark of the Falling Tower ritual, you hit it with your activation crystal, and then you chuck an item into it, and then you run like heck because a meteor is dropping and those things hurt. Oh. Even though I was this far away, my health went to 1/2 or 1 because my Last Stand protected me. That's crazy. So let's grab some diamond barrels. Not even close. Oh my god, look at this beautiful gilded blackstone. Oh, this is a work of art. That's a work of art right there. All right, the second test is, does this pickaxe work with fortune or silk touch? And the answer is yes. Ah, life is so good. All right, let's also put away this. I don't know why I'm getting oh, infested cobblestone. This could be used for some trolling later, chat. That took one whole XP. You can automate meteor mining. There's a couple of different ways, I think. Ender amethyst ore. What can I do with this? Amethyst chestplate. That's kind of bling. Amethyst scythe. This weapon hits like a wet noodle. It can only be used for crafting. Alright, let's get mining. And yeah, so right here is a block of warded glass. This is what catches the meteor. It's right over the center of the Master Ritual Stone. The meteor needs a block to hit in order to like land. So we normally put warded glass is the convention. Jeez, this is a lot of blocks. So I don't really want all of these. I might just get a drawer because I just want amethyst, blackstone, and gilded blackstone, and then maybe like tough and calcite. The bone blocks are kind of nice. So I should probably grab a couple of drawers and then some upgrades, and I'll be right back. Thank you for the following, FXception. How's it going? How are you? If that's the case, you should go to a store where you can try out different earbuds, as the fit is important to ensure they feel comfortable and don't fall out easily. That's a good idea. I don't know if there's places that like have try-on earbuds that I know of. What the helly? Couldn't you TP home and back? I would never do that. I never use /TP commands, like personally. I think the whole point of enjoying a Minecraft world is traveling in between spaces, and then like the automation of like making spaces or traveling prettier or quicker. I think that's the whole point, in my opinion. Doing well. You actually pronounced my name right. Testing earbuds in store sounds icky. Yeah, I kind of like low-key agree with that. There's very easy ways you could clean earbuds, but like the concept, I agree. Don't you notice how? Gilded blackstone. I'll put the tough and calcite like here. And then I need one more for like bee related blocks. Ooh, this is a lot of items. I kind of only want the honey blocks and the honeycomb. I don't really like these filled honeycomb blocks. They kind of look bad. Maybe I'll put calcite in here. Oh man, the gilded blackstone looks so fucking good though. All right, that's good. Hello, Brianna. How's it going? Nine Nose Peak, he hums it. I love Leve from time to time. There's only so much yearning a person can do though, you know? This will probably be enough blackstone. It's not dropping a lot of gilded blackstone, which is the one that I mostly want. But I guess I could do some mining off screen next time. I'm gonna mine this whole meteor and then do another meteor. And you guys are gonna sit through it with me, and we're not gonna be anxious about my content being boring. That's the game plan actually. Confess I love you. Can Goose and Mastiox already get the Ilmenite meteor? Yeah, probably. But we have Stabilite, so there's not like a ton of reason to get Ilmenite, other than like the processing line giving tantalum, which we can also dupe. Let me look into that actually, because I've never done the Ilmenite line personally, because I just meteor and B everything. That's Amon Ra. Why do I have these new ore looks? I need to fix that. So this is the, oh no, 2 million to summon this meteor. I think Mastiox could get to 2 million. He would just need a bunch of like blood magic grinding that is probably a little obnoxious. Because like all of blood magic is obnoxious, which is why I was like joking that I should do it again. Just so that way I torture myself. Also, I don't know if I got this drink water, Brianna, but I'm gonna get it now. You can make gilded blackstone? No, you can't. It would be cool if there's like a chemical line to do that. Like forge hammer plus blackstone plus gold nugget. Or something. I guess that's not really chemical. In Europe we have Hi-Fi Klubben. I'm unsure what the US has though. Yeah, Amazon with a return policy. It's probably gonna be my way to go. I think I have fairly big inner ear canals. I'm a pretty like tall guy generally, so got the big ass clown shoes. Actually, my feet aren't that big. I got like size 10s. That's pretty much it. Ow. What did I just get hit by? The gods are telling me something. Munchies time, BRB. Yeah, we got meteors. Well, Mastiox got meteors. I hate blood magic, so I don't do that shit. I really should have brought more drawers is what it's looking like. Jeez. Let's see if we can draw up some of this deep slate or like trash it at least. Got hit by the psychic regrets of my ancestors. Damn, bro. That's maybe. Although I think my ancestors are like fairly satisfied with me. Today's game will be do not delete any important items out of your inventory. That's what today's game is going to be. I'll keep a little infested cobblestone for the road. It's like I gotta take off my sweatshirt and go into default skin 9. Anything by Moondrop ranges from at least okay to nice to great. I actually was looking into this and Moondrop came up. So Nightly Boy, I'm gonna take your You seem very well informed about this. And plus, as like a musician, I should probably have wireless in-ear monitors. Like, kind of just makes sense, right? All right, let's see if I can give this a shave without losing my items. Okay. That's so scary. I don't want the drawer to break. The drawer to break. Jeez. English. I just need to put these in extra drawers at this point. Calcite, blackstone, calcite, deep slate. Drake the Broer. Yeah, Drake the Broer, guys. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna Drake the Broer. I'm not that silly, okay? This ain't my first rodeo. What do you think this is? Goodbye, Jojo. The Broer to Drake. Damn, you guys are all on this shit. I think I got Potato's normal crew. You guys love torturing him and making fun of him. But this time, it's actually very funny. I actually keep it coming. Keep it coming. I don't have efficiency 80 on this pickaxe. What am I gonna do, guys? I'm gonna skip lithium by Nirvana for now. It's so scuffed. This is why meteor miners are the GOAT, because they can automatically do all this bullshit without having to like think. You just like press a button and it goes. What do you mean check the surrounding area, bro? I'm in the surrounding area. You still have a hammer, you know? Yeah, but it has fortune on it and it doesn't have silk touch. And I want as many gilded blackstone blocks as humanly possible. Like, that is the goal. Care about. Oh, you're still alive? What the heck? Damn. Paratrooper zombies from PvZ. Do not look up enchantment inflation. Okay, one more meteor, but you know what? Yeah, we'll be okay. We'll be okay. Would you rather text someone all day or hang out with someone all day in person? I feel like hang out in person is like the easy choice, because then I can just go nonverbal and we can just hang out. One block. One fucking block left behind. Nighty-nighty? Are you going to bed, Teo? Thank you for popping by if so. Alright, one more meteor chat, I promise. It'll be quick. We'll be in and out. See how much blood we've got. 1 million LP. Did I delete the honeycomb? No, I didn't. I'm smarter than that. I'll put these as a gift to whoever wants to summon them. Awaken activation crystal, throw in the honey. Run, 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 run. Jesus, that's a lot of damage. And axe. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Shit is gonna be so scuffed. Let's see. Does pickaxe work? Uh-oh. Bound picks and bound shovel does not work. Okay, well, we'll chip away at this. We'll see what happens. I wish there was a meteor miner multi-block. Their argument against it is that it's going to become a space miner Mark 0. There's actually, I made a structure. Like one of the first things I did, Dreammaster originally reached out to me because he saw my video on automating meteors, and I think he loves blood magic. And he was like, yo, can you look at this meteor miner structure and like test it in an experimental build? I was like, I don't know how to do all that, but I'll try. And then I ended up designing like a meteor miner like multi-block. And I have the actual, I don't know if I still have that world. But it's a sick structure. It's like, it uses icorium frame boxes and it creates like a pokeball almost around the meteor. And the idea was to have some animation that like crushes the meteor into pulp. But it never went through. I think because the devs weren't ever interested in it. The shovel of bitrate annihilation. Okay, well, I might clean this up after stream then, because if our bitrate is just dying, then that's probably not good. We can try a hammer. Much slower. Much slower. The axe works for the biomes of plenty blocks. I guess I could go through and like... I think these blocks are just bitrate destroying anyway. Is there a bound axe? Oh, what do you know? I'm not doing all that. Mastiox did this for me. There was an AOI for a meteor miner. Ooh. Ooh, equal trade 1 focus. You smart cookie. I have one of those. What would I trade it out for? What's like a good easy block that I can just... I guess like calcite, like low key. It's not that bad. Let's do that for now. And then I'll just put the excess in this. Torches or gravel? Oh my god, you smarty pants. Let's see about torches. I might need to go home and craft some. That's so silly. Such a silly idea. Unfortunately, this meteor does not have a bunch of chunks of like specific items. It's very non-uniform. It's a good idea in concept. Pro tip I learned for streaming: since Twitch sucked at streaming 1440, it's best to stream at 900 pixels. What? Because it'll increase your bitrate while keeping the quality as high as possible. Is that lore, chat? Erosion shovel is probably still faster. Yeah. Well, luckily we don't need too much of this. I'm just gonna grab some of the honey blocks I see, and then we can get building, because that's what I want to be doing today. And then I will clean this up after stream so Mastiox doesn't have to deal with just a random bee meteor. You know what I can do? I could probably get some torches and just get all the honeycomb blocks. Not worth it. Alright, let's grab our stuff and go home, get building. I'm gonna put the activation crystal here. This is my sigil for now. Put all this back. That goes in there. Erosion shovel in there. Into you. 1, 2, 3, 4 dollies. Low res, high bitrate might get you better perceived quality. Maybe. I like the 1440, but I also record in 1440. So maybe I'll go down to 1080. Like I'll like scale it down to 1080 and we'll see. Too much work to do torches. Hi, Patchy. How many people watch streams in full screen anyway? You know what? That's actually facts, right? My bitrate isn't normally that bad though. I think that's an enigma because I was doing a meteor, so like I want to say that that's not it's not how it normally is. Okay, let's start. The first thing I'm gonna do, I think we're missing a little bit of digging on this side. Let's just take a bound pickaxe to it. Go down a little bit. And then let's measure out our little hexagon. That looks right. 2, 3. Fuck. My shit mine's way too fast. A little bit off the top, Barber. Hey, Quackers, how's it going? Damn, I did a terrible job of mining this all the way out. What the hell? Okay, I think it's here. We're gonna double check that all the coordinates line up. I like to pretend I'm in a theater. Helps that the content is straight cinema. I'm gonna skip this song because it's a little intense. Man, what was I doing? I did not mine this shit out. Luckily, the bound pickaxe makes life so easy. I actually highly recommend, if you have the time, or if you have someone that you can bully into doing all your blood magic for you, like, I didn't like bully Mastiox, I think he did it of his own accord. But if you're on a server and you have like some friend that's like the one friend that you can make him do all your blood magic, do it and tell him to get you a bound pickaxe. And shovel, I guess. Let's triple check, and then once I have this measurement, I can just build. I don't need to, I can estimate everything else from the ground. Yep, there we go. Oh, I'm so excited about Blackstone, although maybe I should get some variations while we're here. Because there's a lot of different Blackstone variations. I don't know if they're chisel. I think they'll probably be in shapeless crafting, or maybe... So we've got polished. We got bricks. And we got cracked bricks. How do we get chiseled polished? What the hell is this recipe? Maybe we start with bricks, then go to polish, then go to blackstone, then go to blackstone gilded, then find one more transition block into honeycombs. That might be way too complicated though. Yeah, fuck it, we're just gonna do regular. Jojer. You're the only streamer I watch in full screen because you're actually interesting, lol. Damn, that's crazy. That's actually a really big compliment. I really appreciate that. If you guys ask later, I'm actually really excited about the sound redesign that I did, and I want to show that off. So I learned how to use GitHub, which I'm proud of. We Cadis, one of the devs, I like asked him to help me, and he was very kind and like walked me through it. Although I kept doing this funny thing when I was like working on the project, which was I kept instead of copying and pasting files like you know the world file over to an experimental version, I would like cut and paste it and then like I would lose versions. And I kept doing it over and over just like out of habit, I guess. And it got to the point where it's like, you guys know the video of the guy who's cutting a piece of bread and he's got the knife over his hand and he keeps like putting the knife over his fingers and he's like, oh gosh, oh, sorry. And that was what was going on. It was really funny. It was really funny. You had to be there. You had to be there. Man, I would love it if there was a shovel or something that just deleted all of the items that you got from mining with it. I don't need all of this. There we go. All right, let's triple check our work. That looks... Okay, perfect. I had to check. Blackstone bricks are really neat. I agree. Why does he run away from me when I'm trying to kill him? It's like he knows. He knows. All right, that looks right. So what I'm going to do to make my life easier is I'm going to first build a second layer here so I retain the outline for when I wand it next. And then I'm going to take this shitty building wand and I'm going to do this, which has a horizontal only mode. And then I can fill out the floor with this, which is perfect. And as long as I get like a small outline around here, I can go in with the actual good wand later. And it's not a big problem. That boy's a liar. Void item filter can delete everything that you pick up. I feel like that's too much power, though. Like, I want it theoretically, but then I realize that, like, I'll accidentally void, like, a machine that I've been working on for, like, the past 2 hours, and then I'll want to end it. So, you know, it's a balance. I just like complaining, I think, is the moral of the story. Uh-oh. My flight harness is out. We might have to exit the Aki way. No, man. That's your home, man. I'm sorry for disturbing you, Mr. Bat. Oh, shit. Do they have botanic black holes? Not for... Damn, that's got a little kick. This is a little ways off. Yeah, I might have to ask Soy for another light beacon soon because our base is getting big. All right, this is a good start. This is a lovely start, actually. Don't mind me, just gonna break through the floor. Look at the AE system lovingly on the way out. Okay, I was about to turn off the fire particles. All right, I'm gonna catch up with chat while we recharge. Let's see that. Spicy ass recipe. The thaumium anvil seems to reset the looting level to 3 when I test it. Oh, it might. Maglev, gross. Boo. Because you need the pylons everywhere. Yeah. So I think, okay, I actually have words to say about this. They the philosophy behind which that they gate Botania items is a little bit backwards in the GTNH dev sphere. I have like kind of talked about it with them. Um, I think it's valid the way that they're doing it, but I don't agree with it. And the way that they're doing it is they are trying to stretch Botania so that way there's stuff for each tier. And what they do is they will like randomly gate random shit behind a higher tier so that way there's enough Botania to do every single tier. And I think that's kind of backwards. What it should be is that magic tiers, like Botania should be like Steam Age to like HV. Maybe even like EV for Gaia Spirit stuff. And then Thaumcraft goes the whole way. Blood Magic is pretty much HV to like, UV. I don't agree with stretching things out just so that there's content each tier, but it's how it is. And that's why there's random recipes like this that are just gated. It is. It is what it is. The leap is from Meteor Striders or Boots of the Meteor. And you crouch and jump. All right, let's get back to it. Let's get down to business. I'll need to do a little bit of testaroonie. So I don't think that this gilded blackstone is enough to transition directly into honey. We need some like intermediate blocks. Do you guys have any ideas? We're gonna probably just search through. I think something gold would be interesting. Ooh. Something gold gilded. Maybe gold etched obsidian slab sounds a little fucking expensive, but a little bit swaggy. Oh, I can't make it. Shucks. Let's see. Gold slab. Factory block. Kind of nice. Glow tech. Not exactly what I'm looking for. Why would you make nano boots of the meteor? Because I'm lazy and I haven't gotten to it yet. What does it actually mean when boots say spacesuit capability? So, um, I wish I knew. I think it just means that they can go into other planets without atmospheres and you won't die from oxygen deprivation. Chisel, gold block, gold star, and obsidian one. You know what? That could work. That could work. The stars I feel like might be a little bit odd, and then the hue of gold is a little different, but let's give it a whirl. Let's give it a try. You know what I should also do like right now? I should hook up my ME system to this. And we're running like kind of hilariously low on channels. Uh, so there's like a couple things I should do now that we have 256 amps of HP power passively produced. I should make a bigger controller. Will I do that, chat? Should I do that right now? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I think it's time. I think I need to do it. Otherwise, I'm gonna like break something soon. I'm gonna put the items I have back. Let's also get the bound pickaxe out of my inventory so I don't do anything horrible. While that's happening, if any of you are in game and wanna look around for me to find some gold and black blocks that I could use to transition, I would very much appreciate that. ME controller. Let's look up the recipe. We can probably program this. No Ordict. Oh, we want Ordict for circuits because we don't have forming press for them yet. So I'm going to keep Ordict on that and then turn it off so Flurbin doesn't use Ordict. Let's think about this. To make a 3x3x3 controller that's hollow, we want 8, then 1, 2, 3, 4, which is 20, and then -1. I actually knew that off the top of my head. So 19. If I press Control and cancel, no, it's not Control. What is it? Is it Shift and cancel? It will bookmark up in the top left everything I'm missing. So let me show you what that looks like. Let me turn off the face cam real quick. So 19 of these, Shift, left click, bookmarks everything that I'm missing. That's a hack that I want you guys to know because it's pretty fire. All right, so the first thing we need is probably, let's get the circuits online because I think that's the most likely offender. HV, we've got 10, we need 36. I'm also gonna skip the song because it gets a little intense. When the sun hits. As usual, it's plastic circuit boards. Let's throw these in here. And then what else are we missing here? I should keep these pinned. I really should. Capacitor, red alloy, this, circuit, PCB. Oh, okay. Silly me. Okay, well that's good. We're out of iron 3 chloride, so that's probably the only thing that's missing. 9 teaches me something new every week. Now, if only we can drill the trash can keybind into his brain. Wait, there's a keybind. I'm so scared of this though. Like giving me a trash can keybind is a recipe for something bad to happen. I think Y is open. That is scary. Something bad could happen to this. Okay, the circuits are going. That's Quackers with another $5 donation. Thank you so much. I need to, oh my god, you're reminding me that I need to change the Ko-fi thing. Fluix blocks. Pure Fluix crystal. Void metal. Yada yada. I'm gonna go check if I can buy void. Well, let's check if we have some. I mean, we're never gonna use this again because we have a stabilize. So it's not that actually heinous if I just I have that keybind on the right side of my keyboard so I don't hit it by accident. That's really, really smart. Most of my keys on the right side of my keyboard are stolen by something. Like J, I guess maybe H or O. Thanks, search, for showing me none when I search O. Come on, I'm just trying. Okay, it looks like I don't have anything on O. Okay, that'll work. Very, the design is very human. Okay, that's going. We'll probably want like a ton of Fluix. So let's also craft some excess Fluix seeds or something. I'm too lazy. I'll just do that in my free time. Should claim the quest though for glass cables. Now that I'm like conscious that AE2 exists. Yeah, I have O unbound because I always type shit and then it turns off all of my NEI. So I unbound that from NEI, which I think you can do somewhere in here. Yeah. No clue where it is. Oh, trash can. All right, well, that's going to take a long time. I guess we can get back to building while we wait. Um, gold block. Do I have a chisel? Yes. And then I'm not going to go with the purple version. I'm going to go with the darker version. Let's just like take a look through our ME system. If anything pops out, that's black and gold. Don't want radiation warning signs. Nothing. Damn, there's been a lot of bots. Holy moly. 2 in a row. Get out of here. Get out of here. Said brass? Aluminum brass. Brass, brass, brass. Yeah, no. Sorta. Not really. Factory blocks? Oh, true. But that's not like gold. That's kind of a yellowish. Maybe that factory block actually. Wait a minute. Are Annie and Hollowings the only mods? Yeah, I think so. We love them very much. This isn't like more gold. Let's try this factory block because actually it has connected textures, so it will be a little bit scuffed. But it might actually be exactly what we need to transition. How did you do that? That could work. That could work. I think we can make that work, chat. It's a little scuffed. It is a little scuffed, I will have to say. But we can just replace it later if it's that scuffed. Goose did join. I think he's working on some building at his base. Now the hard part is actually putting down this goddamn gradient. Oh boy, chat. Another 5 years of gradient building. Lock in. This is a bad idea, but I'm putting the bound pickaxe in my inventory because it has silk touch. So something bad happens, know it was my fault all along and I deserved it. I like to build these gradients like layer by layer. Oh man, dude, Gilded Blackstone looks so fucking good. I have my qualms with modern Minecraft, but some of the newer art or like the not newer. Some of the stuff that is like original art direction from like at least the Nether update era is just so good. Like they knew what they were doing. And like the block sounds, oh my golly. Honey. Yes, honey. More gilded blocks. Deep slate too. Yeah, deep slate was good. The amethyst stuff, like when you walk over amethyst, it makes these like beautiful little tinkling sounds. Oh my god. I want, actually they don't have those in GTNH. They didn't backport walking over amethyst, which is one of my favorite features of it. All right, this will be, I'm just gonna place like 3 blackstone up here and then the rest of it's gonna be gilded. Maybe some nether bricks? Oh, that's actually interesting. I like where your head's at with that. I'm interested. I'm interested. I also see what's wrong with this current gradient, which is that I need one more layer of factory block before I go full. Yeah, that'll go. Waiter, waiter, more gilded blackstone, please. Luckily, I now have access to one block that is not deep slate that I will be using autistically for all of the rest of my builds. I wanted you guys to know that. That's how I was with Corp in my gate world and on the grid. It was just all Corp. Waxed, lightly weathered cut copper stairs. That is very specific, Spy. That is very, very specific. I'm glad that you have shared that with us today. Thank you. Let's look this one up. Waxed, lightly. Wow, it's not even in here. Copper. Exposed. Waxed exposed cut copper stairs? That is a block. That is in fact a block. I miss Stonecutter from Modern. Saved a lot of materials for me. The Architect Saw Bench is basically Stonecutter, except so much jankier. Could be worth. Let's see if I can just, this should be a full layer of gilded. I should be able to just, all right, I can see immediately that we're gonna need to make a couple of more of these factory blocks if we're gonna finish this part of the gradient. And then once I finish this gradient to honey blocks, I think it's just gonna be honey blocks all the way up. So we can break up our gradient building with some just honey block maxing. Hey Kato, stream is going great. How are you doing? Okay. Yeah, let's do that actually. I'm gonna unchisel the gold blocks and put them back in my ME system. Gilded Blackstone and Deep Slate Enjoyer right on my screen. Do anything fun yesterday? Ooh, I made my first pull request to change the sounds of the electric blast furnace and all of its variants. I was very proud of that. Okay, factory block. What's the best way? Iron plate, stone. Understood. Fuck it. All of our iron plates. Oh my god, that's zinc. Holy shit. Zinc jump scare. Oh, that's crazy. Wait, how do we have more zinc than iron? Jesus. Oh, that's not true, actually. We just have an unlinked drawer. Okay, let's put this shit away. That circuit 24. And then we need to get some stone. Beautiful. 9, have you seen the architecture craft documentation? The URL for it is from University of Canterbury of New Zealand. Huh? Huh? I mean, how much zinc do you be using compared to iron? We're moving on the zinc because we need zinc for filters. So that's quackers. $10 donation. Long distance Valentine's really sucks, especially when she's in LA and I'm in Princeton, New Jersey. So there's a 3 hour time difference. I used to do long distance for 3 years. I'm gonna preface this with we are no longer dating. But you know, it's actually that's funny. It's my origin story is that I started GTNH streaming after I separated from my last partner, and actually for the 3 years, for the years that I was working, we would just play video games every day. Like I would hop on my PC and we would play like Valorant or something, just like lock in, hang out. We'd have our like group of friends that we would play with, and that worked. That worked for me and them, I think. Eventually it didn't, I guess. Ah, she doesn't play games. That would be hard. I don't know how I would do that, honestly, like me personally. You know what I could be doing for this? I just thought about this. I have Corns made this wonderful tool that I should be using. It's not trauma per se. I like it ended in a way that I was comfortable with. Is what I will say about it. But that is my origin story. So funny though. Like me and Leaf would just rock onto GTNH. So funny. Okay, this should be exactly. Excuse me, sir. I'm busy right now. Okay? It's me in chat today, not you. Uh-oh. I think Goose is doing something. Okay, the TPS is back. We're good. Every once in a while, Goose will just do like a cauldron craft that will just stop the server in its tracks for like a minute. I do believe that might be happening right now. Either that or this. Wow. Okay, I think it's just the trowel is pretty laggy. Also, this doesn't look as good as when I do it. We're gonna do it by hand. Thundercat. Let's fucking go. Where are my Thundercat enjoyers? If you like Thundercat, I don't know, say something embarrassing. Does it work off of hotbar? Yeah, it does. And you can have multiple items of the same type to control the density of different items. So I would do 2 stacks of this block and then 1 stack of the other block. So that way I would have 2/3 factory block, 1/3 gilded. That was the vibe that I was going for, at least. Keeping an eye on the TPS. It's kind of running away. Them changes is so good. Them changes is really good. That was my first Thundercat song. I mean, that's everyone's first Thundercat song. Shit is like goated. What the fuck is going on? Okay. Goose says he's not doing anything heinous, guys. I trust him. Do you trust him? This is looking good. I think we just straight up go with a little bit of wand action here. These factory blocks have a kind of nice sound. I kind of enjoy it. I love cheese, says Stove Eater. I love the characters. I just love characters. Okay, I'll let me cue them changes and then add to queue. My brother and I have been playing Battlefield 6, and there are so many like characters that will just say the like funniest shit while we're playing the game. Like I can't come up with an example, but they'll be like raging about like a teammate being bad or something, and they'll just I guess the language barrier or like just the large world we live in of people who communicate differently than we do. It's so funny. It's so funny. So thank you for letting me know that you love cheese. You are an important character in my life and in my stream. Oh, everything's nice and smooth now. This is a very wet honey sound. Something ain't right. Something ain't right about the server. The TPS XU TPS is telling me that it's okay. My eyes are telling me that it's not. The use of that bound pickaxe is scaring my soul. Oh, trust me, I feel very insecure about it too. The bound pickaxe is the scariest thing. There's a video that Duct made. It's a little short of him like deleting his entire AE2 system with a one click of the bound pickaxe. And like we don't rock with uh we don't do many backups here on Project Singularity. Okay, I'm hard at work. I'm concentrating, chat. BRB. I'm in my mental zone. I'm in my transparent world. Am I a character then? Unless I know you in real life, I feel like it's very easy to say something that comes across as a character. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I should be a character in your lives, right? I think that's just how it works. It's a very wet honey sound. Like squelches a little. You have a default skin, you are for sure a character. Exactly, right? Exactly. This guy gets it. Oh man, does that look good? Chat, we're cooking. We are so cooking. Oh, beautiful. We know what you look like. I think that changes things a little. Oh, fuck, we're out of honeycomb blocks. Alright, back to the honeycomb mines. Or actually, we might be able to do some AE2 stuff so I can get AE2 linked. Because we've done all of the, like, interesting building, I feel like. Did you just fire... What? 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 The schizophrenia? What a... What? What? No! What? There's a mob replicator here. Oh, it's not working, I guess. That's crazy. Chat, I'm gonna tell you that made me feel straight up insane. Like, oh my god, that's so crazy. That's incredible. Okay. I feel like the CTM in factory blocks look weird and don't help the gradient. I think you might be looking at it too close, but like, yeah, I agree. The connected textures aren't like helping necessarily. But I don't think it detracts from the experience when you look at it from afar. And yeah, like most of your experience with this is going to be looking at it from a distance. I think gradients, one of the skills with gradients is that you need to be able to see things abstractly or as you would in a flash. Because things don't like look like blocks from far away. It's just kind of a wash. Okay, we have the axe. Let's get the spoon out. And then, yeah, okay, we have everything. Is this a giant cheese factory? You know what? For you, I can't even. It's not a giant cheese factory. I'm sorry. It's a bee factory. I can't lie to you like that. I may have a tiny bit of the tism, and I tear down entire buildings due to the block pattern bothering me. That's why I choose my blocks. This is so loud. Ah, fuck it. Ah, fuck it. I'm gonna change it for me. I'm suing you. Misleading factory. It's bees. Yeah, bees. Yeah, bees. B-E-S-E. B-E-E-S-E. Yep. Let's go place this down somewhere that I will forget about it promptly and mine it up with the bound pickaxe. Damn, bro, there's not a lot of these Et Futurum Requiem honey blocks, the ones that I actually want. Ooh, I can make them, though. Hold? Oh god, not this recipe. What's the other? Pam's Harvest Craft Honeycomb? Wait, hold. If I do this, I get empty honeycomb blocks. What happens if I pickaxe? Nothing. Filled honeycomb. Empty honeycomb. chat? Is it worth it? Wait, hold. Oh, this is beeswax. Okay, wait, I might be able to automate this then. If we had enough beeswax. Which we will once we make a bee area. Alright. Alright. We're just gonna get what we need. And then we'll worry about automating that someday soon. I said I'm sick of waiting. When I close my eyes. Cheers. Nightly boy, I think you and I are more similar than you think. Than you might think, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what you think. But yeah, I agree. That's why in my like single player world, I have chunk aligned everything. I'm thinking about doing another solo run. I was thinking about doing super flat GTNH and seeing how that felt because I love super flat. It would basically just be like GOG light. And I will chunk align everything. I was thinking like a jungle theme would be kind of cool for that. PC of pie, ugh. Should I join Discord? You should if you want. We won't be talking about cheese very often. Oh yeah, it is an 18 plus server, so that is another thing. There's no NSFW or anything, but we're all adults. I want a server of adults. Okay, that is gotta be enough honey blocks to at least get us out of the hood. $354 honey blocks. Oh god, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of mining off stream, chat. There is no free cheese, sadly. Okay, let's chuck all this in here and then grab this. Let's get as far as we can and then we'll go to AE2 stuff because I'm sure everything is crafted out by now. Equal big spider eyes for every day of the week. Zero total warp. Mastiox had like 800 warp the other day. I don't know why. I don't know what he was doing to incur the wrath of the gods that badly. We might need to make some macro structures within the honeycomb to break it up a little bit. Thank you for the follow. Igashimder? I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Wow, really? We're missing one honeycomb block. Fuck you! Okay, let's go get our AE system right. Hello, Mario. Hello. -1. I don't know what that means, but I'm scared of it. 152 fluix. God damn. Oh, we just straight up need more fluix seeds. Let's see. Let's do 2 stacks. Let's do 2 stacks. We can make it. I'll craft more fluix crystals if we need. And then we have some pure in here. That's good. That is a stack plus 24. We can actually do that right now. All right, let's go upgrade our ME system, get a bigger controller. It's pretty important these days. And then let's go check on our circuits as well, which we'll also need. That's probably enough. But I want to show off my janky ass automation. Check this out, chat. No way. Missing 5 advanced circuits? No way. Two stacks in 64, so I need one more stack of fluix. Nope. And then fluix seed is sand. So 2 stacks of sand. And then HV assembler. I hardly know her. This is how we get fluix seeds, which we will grow into fluix crystals. I think we can't make crystal growth accelerate. Well, maybe. Let's check. Nope. EV autoclave. It is what it is. This looks fun. I want to try. You should. It's Gregtech New Horizons. It's a wonderful mod pack. Maybe we should make an HV autoclave. What are we out of this time? Is it RAM? Random access memory. How do we make RAM? Wafer plus green sapphire lens. Okay. We've been running the clean room without full maintenance. Uh-oh. That's not good. I should have a thing for that. This need maintenance cover should output a signal when there is an issue. So we just need some type of lamp. Just use a howler alarm. Yeah, probably. I don't want to though. All right, we can use a howler alarm. Get ready for your ears, chat. That's a new one. I don't even want to know what this sounds like. I hope we never have to hear it, honestly. You know, I should just trigger it just to check, just to see what it sounds like. Chat. Oh, I need to turn my sound back up to 50%. That's where it should be. Just if you're sleeping, good luck. Oh, that's not bad at all. Do I have an ESM legacy thing for this? Let's see what the bad one is. Yep, that's pretty fucking bad. What's sci-fi? Nope. Yeah, the rocket silo is definitely the best one. I like that. I like that. It was not as bad as I was anticipating. Damn, bro, why are you so fucking slow? Sorry, I didn't mean to shit talk you like that, Advanced Autoclave. You're really doing your best. It's just not enough. In Factorio, that sound doesn't even signify anything bad. Yeah, isn't it just like rocket launch, which is like something you should be doing? Okay. Okay, we're at 100%. So the clean room, the way it works is that recipes that require a clean room uh, need you to have the single block in the clean room, obviously. And then if your efficiency is lower than 100, there is a, like if your efficiency is 90, there's a 10% chance that the recipe will just void, which is, and then, yeah, it pretty much scales 50%, 50% chance that it'll void. So you don't want to run anything if the clean room is not happy. Have you ever played Factorio? I have. I tried it once and I like kind of liked the vibe, but I wasn't convinced on it. Like it didn't hook me immediately. There's a game Satisfactory that I really like that hooked me immediately. But yeah, I don't think. Damn, what is going on? I think it must be my ping or something. So I'm experiencing some crazy lag. How do you automate AE2 laser engravers? Can you swap lenses easily? No. You would have to do single block universal, which I don't recommend anyone do. What is going on? Gregtech, cut loop, electrolyze loop. Okay. I think, yeah, you just need more machines early on. That's the only sane way to do it. Not 119. All right, two more circuits, 19 Fluix blocks. Almost there. I think what you'll want to do is just rush the multi-block. Well, how late is the high intensity laser engraver? That's got a little kick. Yeah, you'll need to wait till IV before. But this thing is great. It has a bunch of hatches for everything. I like to do universal, so I would still do universal with laser engravers, but yeah, the multi is kind of where it's at by design. What shaders do you recommend that work correctly in GTNH? Clouds in Space Station feels weird. I agree. There's nothing to fix clouds happening in a space station or in space. And I've actually asked the devs about this, and there's a new space mod that they're working that's probably going to come in like 2.24. But yeah, it's going to be a while. It's going to be a while. Someone should fix that though if anyone's good at modding or shader packing. All right, finally. We have some controllers that we can craft. Each of these takes energy, which is why I haven't done it before. But yeah, oh my god, it already happened. But now that we have like pretty much infinite energy, it's time. It's time. I need to remember to relink the P2P over there, and we could probably use wireless to get up there. We gotta think though. I think the sane solution would actually just be go the same direction as this fuel pipe and then head up here. That's pretty satisfying, chat, I'm not gonna lie. That was kind of nice. That did something for me. All right, we'll worry about it later. Let me get cables out here. Yeah, that should be enough to last me until I reset up the network. Fuck it, we ball. Fuck it, we ball. Fuck it, we ball. All right, let's do it. Yo, Gert. AE controllers are multi-blocks. Sorry, I'm locked in here. So they have some special rules about how they can be assembled. Like for example, that should error, but it's not. Sorry. Okay, that errors. You can tell that's a white block. Apparently I don't know my AE2 rules as well as I should. Let's check exactly how much energy we're consuming with more controllers. 600 AE per tick is about 300 EU per tick. So I guess that makes sense. Yeah, we're doing fine. We're doing fine. That's nothing. I'm gonna make a direct connection here for this stuff. And then I guess we can just do direct connection on these angles as well. And then I'm actually, how do I do this? Probably this, that. I don't hate that. I don't love it though. We'll just leave it though, because I don't care. Dense covered cable. My arch enemy. My arch enemy. Let's throw all of this glass cable to coat. Hey, Vin, how's it going? Yeah, we've gotten AE2 for a bit now. How are you? I miss you, my friend. We gotta play a world together again. I miss that. I miss you and Kat. How's Kat doing? The given controller can only be adjacent to a max of 3 other controllers. Okay, that makes sense. That's a very specific rule. Is your titanium source just from Stableway? Yes, it is. And boy, do we have a good amount of it now. Although that's offline, so I should probably do something about it. Let's do some wireless today, I think. Let's take a look at our network. So yeah, everything that should be connected is not. Let's fix that, shall we? I think we still want to do P2P. Let me think about this. I mean, yeah, we could do 8 P2P connections on this one side with this one little cable. So I guess that works out. I'm behind. For real, she's great. She's making Eye of Harmony tomorrow. Oh my gosh. Y'all are about to win the game. P2P ME. Wow, 16. Okay, we're good. We're so good. We can make a lot of this. Grab that. And I need to subnet this. All right, so this is where it's going to get a little funky. I guess I could only fit 4, right? Because I can't actually subnet it for real. All right, so I'm going to get a fiber, a quartz fiber, which will transfer power. I have this cable here. I'm going to get a little more. What are you doing over here? Oh, it's disconnected. The network isn't connected. Okay, well, that's on me. A subnet without a controller can have up to 8 components. So we got 4 P2P tunnels that are going to take channels from the controller, and we can bind those to 4 different controllers that are around the base. So, or 4 different output P2Ps that will each output 32 channels, as if they're taking a portal from this side that faces the controller to wherever I put them. So let's go set this all up while everything crafts out. An ME controller can have 2 adjacent blocks in at most 1 axis. The math really ain't mathin' for me. I gotta say. I don't know what the fuck that means. Isn't it better to use one controller as a P2P subnet? Yeah, but I'm feeling poor today, and I just crafted 19 of the damn things. I don't want to craft any more, so I'll set it up again later. I don't want today to be like a everything is said and done day for AE2. I kind of just want to get something on the ground so that way we can have like an official day where I fix everything. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Oh, Jesus. Let's consider this. So this will be my new P2P line. Oh, Jesus. There was zero thought that went into what I'm about to do. Could we just do wireless? I'm feeling that I should just craft a wireless thing. Opinion on crafting cards? Bad. But opinion on level maintainers? Good. Level maintainers basically a little homunculus that you put on your AE2 network, and it calls crafts when there's not enough of some type of stock. So like, let's say you're running out of iron plates. You set a threshold for 512 iron plates. It makes sure to call a craft of a certain batch size. And then if you're over 512 iron plates, it goes, all right, we're good. And it stops calling that craft. Calling it quits now, baby, I'm a wreck. Level maintainer equals homunculus. Yep. All right, we want 2 wireless connectors at the very least. It's always pure fucking fluid crystals, isn't it? Isn't it, chat? Is the level emitter laggy? Okay, yes. Yes. My video is a little bit wrong. Strictly speaking, level maintainers aren't that bad if your patterns are well multiplied. Like if you have tiny little patterns that are calling one item at a time, that's terrible for the level maintainer and the crafting card. The actual laggy thing is the level emitter. That's actually much laggier. And I didn't know this, but that is the fact. That is the truth. The one and only truth. I know this is a stupid question, but what is the difference between the crafting card and the homunculus? I'm glad we've coined the term homunculus. The difference is that the crafting card will check constantly to craft something, and the homunculus, once it reaches a threshold of something, it stops. I think is the correct answer. I might not know the full truth. The more complex the craft, the worse it is too. I would imagine so, probably. Like if it's multiple layers, that would make sense. The sunflower. Okie dokie, smoky. That'll work for now. I think that's fine. We've got some channels. That's good. Let's work on the other wireless thingy that we need, which is this. Ender Eye Rod Fluix Pearl. I'm gonna make a couple of these because we need the wireless setup kit. We're gonna need 2 wireless thingamabobs, and I think this will be fine. And then we need Ender Eye rods. Jeez, that's a weird. Does this have screwdriver already? Okay. Fluid detector redstone controller. Yeah, that's a good one. Fluid detector is good. Is there a way for level emitting without it? I'm doing a pump. I like to just, yeah, I like to place a tank. Like, honestly, instead of doing, whenever I have a passive process, what I'll do is I just place a super tank and then put a storage bus on it. And basically that'll passively process until it's full. And then I can even choose to overflow void if I need to for specific stuff. And then the network can see it, but it's never like entering the network. Like you can't push fluids through a storage bus. So like having it just monitor fluids in one of those super tanks, I think is the best way to go, personally. It's all up to personal preference though at the end of the day. Please tell me I have some type of quartz rods. Yes, yes, thank you. Thank you, Lord. Hi, is there a mob repeller that works no spawners? I would like to turn off my mob farm. I have no clue. I mean, there is the mob repellator. There's this thingy. Then I don't know if that exists. Like, I don't know if you can make emitters lag friendly because they have to cache everything in order for them to be responsive for automation purposes, like black hole compressor stuff. Like, they need to be able to observe the network every, like, 1 or 2 ticks, right? And I think that will always be a problem. Maybe they could cache, like, a specific item that they're looking after, and then that would make it more performant. I'm not exactly sure, though. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean we're out? I made 4. What happened? Am I blind, chat? All right, well, let's make 1 more of these Fluix pearls if we can. Ender Eye plate. God damn. That's actually a great idea. Yeah, maybe we could get a dev to make configurable level emitters so that they only check every certain amount of times. That's a great idea. I like that a lot. Yeah, yep. 100% subnet your level emitters if you have to use them. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. All right, 20 seconds. Stretch break. Damn, we're out. All right, we're gonna do our first wireless today. I want to see how much energy it takes. So let's. Currently, we're using 1.8 kilo AE per tick. Divide by 2 is 900 EU per tick, so that's 2 generators worth. Yeah, 2 generators, 1024. So we got currently 5, 12, 24, 536, 1536 EU per tick, which is twice as much AE per tick. All right, we're good. We're good. These things take n log n energy, I think. What the fuck? You can't connect more than 2 blocks together. Each block will use 10 plus distance times ln, distance squared plus 3 a per tick. What the fuck? All right, bro. What is that? What is that? Let's see. Wireless connector is not showing, but we just jumped to 2.5. Sheesh. Sheesh. All that for a little bit of wireless. Okay, what I can do is at least I can shorten the distance of the wireless so that way it's just not an ugly wire in the middle of our floor. I could just put it right here. Yeah, AE is very power hungry in this pack. It's kind of the whole gimmick, I think. All right, do we have a network card somewhere in here? Yeah. Cops settings. Where the fuck am I gonna go? And then let's do this one here. And we should be able to see. So this is what we're doing here. This whole thing should be a subnetwork. It currently has 5 channels on it because we've got 4 of these P2P, and then there's 1 P2P connected to it up here. And that is providing channels, 32 channels, so I can like use them around the base essentially. How is our power consumption? This is what the actual main net looks like. So now that I have that P2P connection, why does that look like it's part of the network? I'm kind of scared, honestly. What am I looking at? Oh, okay. Okay, that's good. It's not showing there because of subnet. Oh, yeah, true. I would have to check the subnet. 337. That's crazy that it's using more than the entire current network combined to do. That's okay. That's okay. That's like 1/4 of a HV amp. That's okay. It looks prettier. We're gonna keep it. That's so crazy. Anyway. All right, we gotta ban 2 people. They're coming in pairs these days. Hello, Bitnit. General Kenobi. Sorry, I had to. Okay, let's go run our AE2 over to passive processing and then to bees. Gun violence. What am I gonna do with this silly long distance fluid pipe, man? Let's also get power moving while we're here. Yeah, I think that's smart. Just survive until lightning gen or vac nuke. Yeah, we're gonna do vac nukes next year. I don't think anyone else is gonna do it, and I think I've never tried them. So I'm really excited to try out like SFM vac nukes. What's the fluid pipe doing? Oh, that's for oil. That's our long distance fluid pipeline for oil. That's for our polyethylene setup that I don't... Well, we use it actually all the time, so it was worth it. Fuck you, oil pipeline. Anthony planned to rob it. Suck up the place before back in 84. I wish there was a better way to place pipes. It's just kind of annoying, low-key. Cable pipes. Anything else? Sponge. Open block sponges, chat, are actually godsend if you're gonna play in the overworld. You can use it to mop up lava. Unfortunately, when you use it on lava and not water, it uses the entire durability, but... Yeah, no, Vin, that's what I was saying until someone told me just use it on lava forehead, and I was like, sorry? Let's find the center of this. This looks pretty... I don't take this to chance, though. Okay, yeah, that looks right. Let's go clean up our lava in a sec. I'm gonna lay as much pipe as that we have. Lay as much pipe as we have, and then call it. Yeah, I should use long distance fluid pipe, but we're gonna need this power for this area above us is going to be our like passive processes room. So we're gonna need power here anyway. So I don't mind running up a regular Stabloid pipe through the whole thing. This is like 2 birds with 1 stone type shit. Hey, Nine, what are you working on right now? So, yeah, actually, that's a good idea to explain. I have a new bee area that I'm working on. I want to hook up some bees because Aspect gave us a little care package, or at least I traded. So I made him a diorite botania setup that converted basalt, which you can get from a GT rock breaker, into diorite. there is this recipe, and so I automated that for them. And in return, he gave me a cryolite drone and 2 salt bees. And basically, these guys, salt bees are incredible. They make salt combs, lithium combs, and borax. And then the salt combs get centrifuged into a ton of resources: rock salt, salt, saltpeter, and beeswax. That's how we make chlorine, because salt is sodium chloride and rock salt is potassium chloride. So yeah, chlorine is a huge part of Gregtech, and then cryolite is for fluorine, which I'm going to make a new PTFE line soon. And then there's a whole ton of bees that are good. I think I want a ruby and manganese bee, so that way we can automate stainless steel. I'm trying to think, anything else that I should have at the top of my head, chat? I think I have a list of bees that are good, but I never remember. I always forget. I have a question to change input hatches with stocking hatches. Now the synchrotron has missing coolant. I remember using stocking hatches for the synchrotron. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that one. There is a cooldown for dinking water, yes. Goodbye, lava. Rest in piss. I hate underground lava. Man, I really thought that was going to be enough, but it's just so persistent. Let's clear out all the gravel with the bound shovel. Free cam is being added to 2.9. Yeah, Cadis was asking me about it. I think he felt bad because he was nerfing all the duck tech. So he's been he's been recently doing a lot of really, really helpful stuff, at least for our playthrough. He gave us a custom Project Red jar that makes the Project Red crafters not incredibly laggy because they don't cache recipes, which was incredibly nice of him. And yeah, he's working on FreeCam, which is fucking awesome. So everyone shout out Cadis for being a G. He was also the one who helped me learn GitHub for the sound changes for the MEBF and stuff. Oh yeah, Vin, did I tell you that I'm doing sound development now for GTNH? I changed the sounds for Electric Blast Furnace, the Mega EBF, and the Pyro, what is that other one? The Volcanus. And I am actually very proud of them. I can show them off on stream sometime soon. I even built, with the help of Cadis and everyone else, I built a specific jar a couple of times with the new sound changes. I'm very proud of myself. And happy that I had people to teach me. God damn it. I hate Gregtech pipes sometimes get my goat. Okay, we finally have our fuel line going all the way through. Now, there's no way we have enough AE2 cable. I'm going to say that straight up front. So I think this might be a project for later. I think I might show you the EBF sounds and then call it for the day soon. Because I think we've had a pretty fun stream. We did some meteors and stuff, a little bit of subnetting. I mean, fucking let's try. Let's try, right? DTPF win. I actually like the DTPF sound. I think the next one that I'm going to do is vacuum freezer and all of its things. And then I'm just going to call it a day with sound dev until something interesting pops up. Like I did some NAC stuff, nano chip assembly complex. And hello, Alfie. How's it going? How are you today? That's Quacker's redeemed on-screen celebration. Uh-oh. I don't know if I have that. All right, I'll on-screen celebrate for you. I'm raising the roof. You do? It's a bit emote thing? Oh, those are bits? Oh. Well, thank you for the bits. Damn. Am I crazy, or is it impossible to lay cable like a normal human being? Like this is kind of hard. This is like a skill issue, probably. We actually might have enough cable to make this work. Wait, I have this strategy. Slow and steady. Yeah, you're actually right. C 2C based. This is the way. Ah, wireless mouse moment. This is perfect because then I can put a P2P down here for all of our passive processes. Like I think we want to get nitrogen centrifuging going soon. Florbin made a bunch of steam centrifuges. Nitrogen is lovely to have. Ooh. Rest in pepperoni all of our AE cables. Oh, jeez. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a P2P here. We're going to link this. And I'm going to link this to... Come on, man. Let me in. We're going to do this one. And we can actually name these, which I should. So this will be... I don't need to name it P2P, but we will. P2P main base. And then this one we're going to call P2P bees. Hopefully that works. Then we need some dense and then regular. I'm gonna skip this song. This is old Rich Brian. I got the cash, tell a friend. Just use wireless. That shit is so power expensive until we have vac nukes. It is not worth it. All right, this should say P2PBs, perfect. And then I can connect this to a terminal and we should have access to mainnet. So the way this is working, in case you are still looking for explanations on subnetting, this is connected to mainnet because this little P2P is serving as a portal that faces the controller, and then the output of that portal faces this dense cable. So we're basically, this dense cable, oh my God, this dense cable is connecting directly to the P2P controller through this P2P tunnel acting as a portal. And this is all on a subnet here, which is cool. So this is our P2P subnet. Think of P2P as portals, and they're portals all the time for every single application of the word. Wireless connectors aren't actually that expensive if you use chains of short hops. I need to actually look into the equation because I'm not sure if I understand it fully. I will need to look at it. All right, the B area is off to a great start. Like we've got a good look. I'm gonna expand it all the way up. I'm gonna do some off-screen mining probably. But I want to actually end today by celebrating with you guys and showing you the new EBF sound. So let's clean up our inventory. Let's say goodbye to the world, and I'm gonna load up my dev instance or my daily build. Keep the wireless, keep the memory card, keep that, throw that down. I'm gonna turn, I'll keep the music on for now. Let's put on something good. All right, chat. I'm not done with you yet. Hold with me. But this is the end of Project Singularity today. So I hope you enjoyed that. But now, you're in for a treat. Let's see. Launch daily 370. Screw Cisco, learn subnetting from GTNH. Yeah, pretty much. All right, are you launching? There we go. Hold. Hold. Gregtech audio capture. Okay, it's found it. It found it. We're good. This is this might be new loading screen actually. I might be tweaking out, but I feel like there's some pictures in here that I don't recognize from 2.8. This is theoretically a 2.9 release. This is a daily build. Specifically, I think this is daily 370. So there's a bunch of new stuff. Why do you prefer earplugs to headphones? I don't yet. I'm trying this because I want to see if I want to get wireless earbuds for streaming. I think that might be the go. Because it just looks better. Oh, sheesh. Thank you, Camel OX 07. Camillo? F of x equals x squared. Oh, so it's like sub exponential is probably the best way to describe it. Do the dailies have crop rework? I don't. That might still be an experimental. So the way I understand it is that dailies are all of the approved changes, and then experimental is all of the PR changes that have been merged but not like put into the main pack. I don't know. But anyway, here is the new EBF sound. Let me turn up my volume for you. Oh, that's loud. It's a lot less grating than it was here. I'll turn off the music even so you can experience it in full silence. It's a little loud, but it's nice and like, it's warm. It has the little bit of that sound of like off gas, like exhausting gases. Exactly, Stardust, yeah. I also have, God, that is loud. That's louder than I remember it being. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it down. This is how I would have the volume. This one has flanger on top of a blowtorch sound to give it that really intense, like velocity almost. Let's go up to 70. This is the one I'm most proud of. It just sounds so like, it sounds so good. And then finally, the MEBF, which is in stereo. So it doesn't have directional audio, but it sounds huge. And because the machine is so big, I figured that it doesn't need directional audio because the sound should be reflecting off the ambient area because it is such a big sound source. Yeah, so chicken salads, the next goal is to rework the vacuum freezer and all of its variations. Yes, player to dev pipeline and action, exactly. So yeah, I'll leave you with that. Thank you for joining me today. If you guys have any sound dev stuff questions, I don't know how to answer them because I'm new at this. But you know, feel free to ask me stuff. And anyway, let's go find someone to raid and then I'll say what I normally say, shall we? Raid channel. Who's on, by the way? Anyone that we should raid from Project Singularity? GG Dog, Zaiden, Creamsicle, he's playing Gata. Bizia, I haven't raided in a while. Maskin is new. Speedrunning blood magic. Let's hit up Orange Creamsicle for today. I'll start that raid. And yeah, well, thank you for joining me. Thank you for... Uh-oh, the audio is backwards because I'm in F5. I hope you had a good time today with Project Singularity with a little bit of meteors and bees. I will remind you always to be kind to yourself and others and do the best that you can. And really just keep improving, keep learning, keep getting better at whatever you enjoy if you can. And that's all. Peace, everyone.